Today I'll be doing a quick unboxing of something that looks quite plain and ordinary on the outside, but is actually a pretty sweet product. So today we have the Intel SSD 320. I have only one capacity, although it does come in a variety of capacities, including 40 gig, 80 gig, 120 gig, 160 gig, 300 gig, and even 600 gigabytes of total capacity. Now, the SSD 320 is not meant to be a performance king successor to the Intel 510 series drive that was just released. No, rather this is meant to be a value segment part. So unlike the 510, which does not use 25 nanometer flash for higher densities, the SSD 320 does. Okay, so it uses higher density flash. It doesn't use as advanced a controller as some of the other drives on the market, so it doesn't do any data compression while it's reading and writing, for example, which means that it does not offer the same performance, but it should offer outstanding reliability, as we've come to expect from Intel products of all sorts, be it motherboards, CPUs, and now SSDs, and should offer a good price to performance ratio. Now, performance is a little bit better than than the older last generation SandForce drives using the SandForce 1200 controller, but it is not up to par with something like a 510 or with a newer SandForce 2281 controller SSD drive. All right, so the first thing we find inside is an installation guide designed for easy installation that can be quickly incorporated into a computer, getting started, handling precautions, and installation instructions. Very nice. Ooh, Speed Demon sticker, and shiny too. Yes, SSDs are fast. Even this, a mainstream SSD, is really friggin' fast. It uses a SATA 2 controller, which means that it doesn't have the benefit, it doesn't include a 2.5 to 3.5 inch adapter, so you'll need to buy one if you're going to install it in a desktop, and you don't have a case that natively supports 2.5 inch drives. So while it is a mainstream drive, remember, it was only the last generation of products where the Vertex 2 reigned supreme, and this is faster than a Vertex 2. So we're only one generation behind the high performance parts in terms of performance on this mainstream part. So the drive looks pretty typical. This looks pretty much, oh, this is kind of interesting actually. Check this out. So compared to the, you know what, I actually have a 510 handy. I apologize for the state of my workbench here right now, but there's my 510 with kind of a goldy finish on it on my test bench. You see that? Okay, so look at the 510. Now look at the 320. So the 320 brings back this little plastic piece here, which increases the compatibility of this drive. So you can install it even in notebooks that require a slim 2.5 inch profile just by taking out the 4 screws, which are not marked with warranty void if remove tabs. You just take those 4 out, take off this plastic piece and put the 4 screws back in, and now all of a sudden you have a slimmer profile drive. So this spacer here is so that it'll also install easily in computers that do not require the slimmer drive. So on the front you'll find information like the part number. Basically, think of this, you guys, as an X25M Gen 2 refreshed. So think of it as X25M Gen 3. It's still SATA 2, it's still a performance drive by all means, but it is not necessarily meant to be the performance crown holder. Okay, Intel's own products actually eclipse it in terms of performance. Remember, the 510 series not only features a more advanced controller, but also SATA 3 and 34 nanometer flash, which does not provide the same densities as 25 nanometer, but in general does perform better at this time. So here we go. We've got our standard SATA power interface as well as our SATA 2 data interface. All the mounting holes that we've come to expect are here, with 2 on the side here, 2 on the side here, and 4 on the bottom. Thank you for checking out my unboxing of the Intel SSD 320 series drive. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos.